I'm going to take you through my very easy warm-up routine that I do before every single run. This is 5 minutes maximum and it targets 5 key muscle groups: your calves, your hamstrings, your quadriceps, your hip flexors and your glutes. Let's go. Okay, so to start with, the very first thing I do every time I go for a run in my warm-up is some calf activation. Simply up on your calves and you're just walking on your tiptoes, nice and easy for 10 meters. You're going to turn around and go back another 10 meters. There's nothing much to this part. We're just getting the blood flowing nice and early towards the calves. Up on your tiptoes, keep it controlled. Then you're going to ideally go over to a surface for a wall, and you put your 2 hands on your wall and you're just going to slowly pump your calves and add a little bit more pressure to what you were just doing with the tiptoe walking. Okay, so once you've done 10-15 seconds of that, we're now going to move on to our hip flexors. The first exercise we're going to do is 2 hands on the wall. We're going to do some lateral leg raises. So you want to be a sensible distance away from the wall, shoulder width apart with your feet, and all you're going to do is just move your legs in a lateral position like so. Nice and controlled, not forcing the range of motion. We're not trying to push as hard as we can, just keeping it nice and controlled. So we're looking to do 10 on each leg. Once you've done 10, you're going to change over. One key tip, it's really important when you're doing these exercises to not cross over. So we're not going across our body, we're keeping it nice and controlled. So the second exercise we're going to do is some frontal, or third exercise I'd say, is some frontal leg swings. If you've done lateral, all we're going to do now is stand side on, body nice and straight, and just swing forward. Again, same with the lateral ones, we're keeping it nice and controlled. We're not forcing the range of motion at this stage. 10 on each side. Then we're going to change over, same again, nice and controlled. There really is no need to be warming up for 25-30 minutes with these type of exercises. Keep it simple, make sure you target the main muscle groups and you'll be absolutely fine. Okay, so moving on to my next exercise, which is my absolute favorite. I call these the bicycles. 2 hands on the wall again, and you bring your left knee up into a 90-degree angle and you're going to drag your leg back and make a big circle like so. And all you're going to do is repeat that 5 times. So drag down, nice and big circle, bring it back. If you're doing this correctly, you should feel it in your glutes and in your hip flexors. Try and stand as straight as possible, drag it back up to the start. Once you've done that, you're going to change over to the other side. Three, 4, 5. Okay, now we've done that, we're going to move on to our hamstrings. Again, a really simple exercise. What we're going to do is walk across and we're just going to brush down and get as close to the floor as possible without forcing it too much. We don't want to be forcing it at this stage. We don't want to risk getting an injury. And then turn back. So we've now done our hamstrings, our glutes and our hip flexors and our calves. We're going to finish with some quadricep work. So simple lunges. The key when you're doing lunges is to make sure your knee doesn't go over the top of your toes. If we're going over that far, then we're overstretching. Turn around. Okay, the final exercise of my warm-up, we're going to do some pogos. Now, I probably will lose the microphone when we're doing this. The key with pogos is to keep your feet together and your legs nice and stiff, and all you're going to do is jump up and down like so. Look to do about 10 of these. Use your arms to gain momentum, nice and high. Also note my feet are together, my legs are quite stiff. Once you've done that, you can start to move forward with your pogos. Now, something you can do later on down the line when you get comfortable doing pogos is doing lateral pogos like so. So moving to the left and then back to the right. Or you can go front ways, or you can finish by going backwards. Key is to make sure you keep using those arms to drive the movement. And there we go. That's my simple warm-up routine. You don't need to overcomplicate it. Give it a go.
Right on time for the parties and Barbies. Strolling with a chunk of green like a golf swing.